Hi, welcome back. I'm Vicky and this is Era Miniatures. So yesterday I went to my first ever Cleveland miniature show in Cleveland, Ohio, and I think it was also my last miniature show in Cleveland, Ohio. I went on the website today to get a list of the vendors and just see who was there, and they had a note on there saying that they are not going to be doing any more miniature shows, which is very, very disappointing. This is my first year doing miniatures. I haven't even had a full year yet. And so far, miniatures.com has closed down, and now Cleveland Miniature Society is not putting on any more miniature shows. So, not a great year for miniatures, but what can we do with this economy? But I would love to show you what I brought home, though. Luckily, I brought home a lot. Okay, let's start with the dolls. So, these don't look like much, but I've been looking for some inexpensive children dolls that I like their faces, and dolls that I can do the clothing myself. And all four of these dolls were only $4, so I can practice with making clothes, and practice with the hair and stuff like that without having to feel bad that I ruined something expensive. So that was a really good find. This next store was called Creative Hollow. I've got a few things from there. Got a little birdhouse, this little necklace. I saw probably a nicer version of this necklace somewhere. I'm sure it cost way more, but this will do until I can find that other necklace. She had a really cute little skeleton. I love haunted houses and just haunted scenes in general, so I thought he was pretty cute. This is my favorite thing from that shop, is little caramel apples. Thought they looked very realistic. And then along with that, I got a bowl of batter, which it's brownie batter, but if you look at it with the caramel apples, it almost looks like it could be the caramel for the apples. So you could probably kind of use it together. And then also, this is really tiny, hard to see, but got tweezers, mascara, lipstick, little lid to something. It's a little nail polish, a little cold cream, all very tiny and adorable. That would be perfect for like a little vanity scene or something. I have from the Miniature Seller by Rosemary Macedonio, I have these garden gates. I thought these were so cute for an outdoor scene. There was also a cute little fountain with a lion's head and water coming out of it, but I ran out of money before I could get that one, so maybe next time. Here is a cute little bag. I don't remember the seller for this one. She had a lot of just small handmade items. I just thought this was really cute. Most of the stuff she had I didn't really need at the moment though. And so I did one lap. I did one lap around before I committed to buying anything, and I didn't quite make it all the way around before I bought this table, which I love the legs on the table. It's very well made, and it also came with 5 chairs. I think 3 of these and 2 of these. So I thought the chairs were really nice too. They feel very sturdy, and it's hard to find decent chairs for a good price. So that's why I like the local shows, because you can find good deals on stuff. Sometimes, it might not be artisan made furniture. It's probably mass produced, but that was still a really good price for it. Okay, and I feel awful that I did not get the name of the seller. It was stamped on the receipt, but it was only half stamped on there, so I couldn't read it. But I got these little mini print fabrics. Thought those were cute, since I'm going to have to make clothes now. Got this tiny little yellow vase. I was kind of on the hunt for some mid-century modern items, but I didn't really find too much there. Here's a little like glass slash plastic pumpkin. Thought that was pretty cute. This is my favorite thing from that seller, is a little candelabra. It kind of looks like aged a little bit. So adorable. I need to find some itty bitty little candles for it. And then this is just a little gold, round tray. Could be used for a lot of things. And then we've got the white wine glasses and a bottle of white wine, which I absolutely love. I thought that was so cute. So very cute little setup together. Okay, our next seller is T&D Miniatures, and I believe she's going to be at the Kansas City show in a couple weeks. And I found this little counting toy. I can't remember the name of it. And these little globe bookends I've been seeing online, but when you buy them online, they're not expensive, but when you add shipping, it kind of makes it expensive for what it is. So that was nice that I found it there and didn't have to pay the shipping. And then we have a little mirror, comb, and brush set. Very, very cute. I have a mirror almost exactly like that, so that was kind of cool. I found this little fish platter. I know this is kind of a silly thing, but I have a fish platter that I use for my watercolor painting. As I use it as a palette, so I just had to pick that up. And then there was also a leaf platter, which I thought would be really cute, either for like decoration on a long shelf, or if you're doing like a sushi plate or a fruit plate or something like that. I thought that would be really cute. Okay. And then these are just kind of a simple item, just dog bowls, but it's something I don't have. I guess I could use them for cats too. Put some little food or something inside of them. Got a little pumpkin, kind of decor for fall. Thought that was cute. It's small enough that you can put it on a shelf too. I really like this decor. It's a Hocus Pocus, and you can kind of see, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it's actually, the letters are kind of three-dimensional on there, so it gives it a little bit of depth and makes it look better than just a printed paper. So I really liked that. And then we got some games. I've got a little dartboard. Did not come with darts though, so I will have to make those. And this is a little dominoes kit by Dragonfly International. And look how teeny these little dominoes are. How stinking cute is that? These are kind of in a contest with my tiniest miniatures. I'll have to make a video on that sometime because there's a lot of them. And then this is one of my favorite things that I got. I don't know where I need to hold this so you can actually see it. It's so tiny. It's like a little yard, but it's a little yardstick, and it's just measured in inches on one side and centimeters on the other. And in real life, you can see it very well. It's so detailed, but it's just so tiny. And then I found this primitive croc. Thought that was really cute for primitive decor or colonial, and it was a good price as well, so I had to pick that up. Found a teeny little corkscrew to open the bottles of wine. Like, how cute is that? Oh my gosh. Of course, I had to get a little bit of food, so I got some pancake mix, something I don't have yet. And my favorite food item, I think, is this bread. I've been waiting to get bread until I was in person somewhere because buying it off of Etsy is just not cost effective. So I got a couple croissants, some weck rolls, some bread, some French bread, and it all looks really, really nice. So we've got a couple larger items from her as well. I absolutely love this little vintage TV. It's got a screen on it, but there's nothing inside showing, so you just open it up and then you can pop in whatever picture you want it to be showing, and voila, you have vintage television. So stinking cute. I don't know which of these next two are my favorite of this seller. I absolutely love this tiny wooden box. You can see the joints on here are just so intricate. I couldn't even believe it when I picked it up, and it's super light, really nice quality wood. And then you open it up and it's got this little removable tray. Like, oh my gosh, I just want to die. It's so cute. I don't know what I want to use this box for. If you have any ideas, please let me know, because I think it's just too nice to be a toolbox and a little too manly to be a makeup box. So if you have any other ideas, let me know. And then this might be my favorite thing from her. Look at this. It's a little washboard, a little wash tub full of clothes, full of soap, soap bubbles. There's even water dripping off of the handle here. You can see that. And the clothing over the side is all wet. Like, this is the cutest little thing ever. I just love it. I know I'm going to have to be very careful with it though, because it looks like that epoxy resin could, crack on there very easily. So I have to watch that. Okay, and then the final seller was Wendy's Miniatures, and she was at the Chicago show. I actually recognized her and her booth, so that was kind of nice. I'm finally starting to recognize some people. I picked up this little shelf, and this is by R. Zach from 95. And I've tried to make myself a little shelf, and it looked nothing like this. So he just did a great job on this, and it was totally worth the price. I had to pick that up. Looks like the shelf I had in my room as a kid as well. And then I got this little crock with the water spout on it. Now this did not have a lid, so it was a very good price. No signature or anything on there, so I don't think it was anybody famous or anything. These two things came together, and I thought that was really adorable. Little rusty milk jug, rusty bucket. Oh yeah, there is a handle on here. I thought there was. Okay. Might be rusted closed. I'm not sure, but that's okay. Very, very cute. Okay, this is one of my favorite things that I got. It's just a simple candlestick with a candle. I absolutely love candlesticks, though. There's just something about them. I started out collecting antiques, so this just looks very antique-y to me, and I absolutely love this. It really looks like you could light it and you will have just this burning candle. This little box is also from Wendy's Miniatures, and the cool thing about this one is I knew I wanted it as soon as I saw it, but I did not look inside of it because it was in a little case, and when I opened it up, I realized, wow, okay, this is really cool. It's a sewing box. Look at the little tomato pincushion and the buttons, just absolutely darling. I just love this so much. Little thread in there. Very, very adorable. So I was very happy with that purchase. This last item wins the prize for the most expensive thing of the whole show that I bought. This is a 1988 Jane Graber mixing bowl set, and I believe it is my first Jane Graber purchase. I have some other pottery that looks similar, but it was from CMC or CNC. I can't remember the name on it, but it was not Jane Graber. So this is my first Jane Graber, and I could not be more thrilled with it. I absolutely love this, and I was just so excited to bring this home. Now, I also had a little side adventure on the way home, and I just wanted to mention I stopped at an antique store on the way home. It was called Antiques at Ellsworth. So if you're in Northeast Ohio, this is a great antique store to visit. They have tons of farmhouse, tons of primitive stuff. They had so much cute stuff. Unfortunately, I'm not collecting antiques anymore, just dollhouse miniatures. But I did find this little vintage, I'm not sure if it's vintage or antique, but little pewter bowl. This was the only miniature there. Let's see if I can get a better. Okay. This was the only miniature there that I was interested in. I thought this was really adorable. If you know anything about it, let me know, because I did not see any like markings or anything on the bottom. It's kind of, must have had some glue or something on it, but it's super cute. And they do carry some miniatures, and most antique stores actually do. So if that's not a place that you've ever looked for miniatures, I suggest that you go to your local antique store and check them out, because sometimes you find the craziest things. I found a really cute table at one time, and they're usually very well priced as well. So that is my collection from the Cleveland Miniature Show. If you like to see hauls and unboxing videos, please subscribe, and I will be posting more shortly. Thank you.